world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, no, this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
This is the Motorcop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, two law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
Welcome. Motorcop Chronicles podcast midweek news. I'm Iceman. We got Holstera over here. Need to unmute his mic again. There you go.
Good afternoon, everybody.
We were having issues with that a while ago. Somebody forgot how to unmute their mic.
Yeah, my daughter showed me. She's like, you hit this button, and all the magic happened. It started to work.
Freebird is at a fuzzy hat
meeting.
So, he will not be gracing us with his presence today. He's making noise already.
No, I hope everybody campaign buttons in my pocket, and they're rattling, so I had to take them out.
I hope everybody's been having a good week. Thank God it's getting closer. I don't know how y'all weather is. We've been in triple digits all week, and it fucking sucks. I'm just gonna tell you.
Well, our thing the other day was broken. It was like, it's very hot outside. And it said it was like 82. And I'm like, that is not hot.
Yesterday.
That's very hot.
Yesterday, well, the crew members got to see it. I put up pictures and stuff from a crash I was at involving a backhoe. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. It was like.
What makes you call her a backhoe?
Well, because she's a backhoe. She's trash, though. She's not working anymore. And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm out there, and I'm like, had sweat running down my back, my ass cracked, and I happened to look at the temperature. The temperature was only 88 degrees, but the humidity was 77%. So the feel-like temperature was 103.
Well, it's
at
like,
9 o'clock in the morning.
Usually I'm a night shower, but I took a morning shower the other day and I dried off. And as soon as I got dressed and walked out front, I got hit with it. Like I was covered in water. I just couldn't believe it. I was drenched from my head to my feet in sweat. Hey, everybody.
Let me get the housekeeping stuff out the way because we got stuff to talk about, at least not on the time frame. If you want a good cigar, go to mypatriotcigar.com and use Motorcop 15, get 15% off of your order. Good cigars. Send some to Holster. He has.
You could definitely send some to Holster. That's all mine.
If you want any merch, as you can see, I do have my
My favorite shirt.
says my sliding Biden shirt on right here, and
Just a second, sliding the Biden.
that's at the Etsy store. You can go to website motorcopchronicles.com, and the links are on there also. You can go there, get that. I got Fuck Your Feelings shirts, all that stuff like that on there. If y'all want any merch, I think I got this one at like $20.
I think we need one that's an FAFO shirt.
I do have one. It says it's just the initials of Fuck Your Feelings, and it says Society underneath it. I think this was $20 without shipping and handling. So you're probably looking at about $25 depending on where you live. If you want more Motorcop Chronicles, like the stuff I was talking about a second ago, see pictures and stuff, you can go join the Patreon. 3 different tiers, $10 get you everything. And
You get a coffee cup.
and you get a coffee mug. And if you can't afford it, I understand. Don't worry about it. I'm still going to put out the free stuff.
Vanguard.
Yes, they are. Biden's killing us. So, talking about our Patreons, we're going to shout them out. We got our 2 hang-arounds, Mr. William Gbo and Chad Jenkins, taking care of each other. We got our newest member, Jared. He should have just gotten his mug, according to my list. Anyway, it shows it was delivered.
Get him a pink one?
No. He's got John Mink. We got Dan Carlson with Burley Boards. We got T-Bird. We got Mr. Jim Pocramp, the Short Track Guys podcast. He's also in the chat. We got Hoppy Hoppison, our truck driving friend. We got Mr. Blake Walker. We got A. Ron, who just popped in the chat also from the I Had to Say It podcast. I listened to it the other day, and I had to send him a text message from something he said in there. It was a funny little conversation. We got Mr. Z Palmer. We got Roy Spalding. That's Roy with an S. I'm just curious to see what color hair he's going to pop out with next. We got Mr.
I like the Guy Fieri look, personally.
We got JoJo, our favorite girl from down under. We got Kaylee Norris and Natasha A. from the state of Washington. And, of course, the OG crew member, Melissa Holstein. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Hope y'all keep enjoying the content that I am putting out. Aaron says he's here. He says, but I'm working on the pool, so I won't be contributing much.
That's okay.
Hey, Aaron, let your wife blow it up. just let her blow it up. It just be done. I'm not a swimming pool person. I've had 2 in-ground pools in my life, and I will never have another one again. It's just it's too much work. It's just too much work.
You got the same thing. You have, your little cement pond back there.
There's no cement. Aaron said he wished it was that simple.
What the? Sorry, I'm watching my guy on a camera. He's weed eating this guy. I don't know what he's doing.
Putting a fence up around the top of the frame. Why?
So little ones don't drown?
Well, if they're little enough, they won't be able to reach and fall in there if it's above ground pool.
If you got a deck. You ain't never, dude, down here, we got some fancy decks. The decks around here cost more than the above ground pool.
That's it. Got a pool right outside the clubhouse right here. It's pink. I got it at the Dollar General store. I think $5.99. I think Stu takes his little bass in it.
I told Mel to get one of them for the chickens because of how hot it's been getting down.
I want to hear about you. Look, I got a picture sent to me, people, the other day by Melissa Holstein, the OG crew member, and she was in the car, and she had a chicken riding in the car with her.
It's a rooster.
A rooster riding in the car. You need to leave your cock at home.
No,
You just can't be riding around with your cock hanging out in your car, sitting on your shoulder. It was a big red cock then on sitting on it.
It is. It's a Rhode Island red, but we didn't have a rooster, and this guy wanted to trade, so we went over there and traded him out. And it's hilarious because Mel gets there and he's like, "What are you gonna put him in?" She goes, "The car." And he's like, "No, really?" And he just chilled on the center console the entire ride home.
Shit on people, just
whatever. My wife loves animals, and I do have to say I'm in that boat. I mean, who doesn't love animals?
So you have to share your bed with extra cock now, or is it outside?
No, the chickens sleep outside. That's where I draw the line. They do stink.
She said that the rooster's name's Marco McNugget. Jesus
it is
Christ.
Marco McNugget. Yeah.
Just something wrong there. Well, let's kick these stories off. This first one
You got pisses me off beyond worldly belief.
Well, this first one here, basically starting January 24th, in the state of Illinois, Aaron's area, they will hire non-citizens to be able to work in law enforcement.
But they did that out in Cali too.
They're doing it in California. But my thing is all right, I put this, I don't know why I did it, but I put this up on Reddit yesterday in a police subreddit. And let me tell you, I triggered some fucking snowflakes like y'all would not believe. You hear me? And all I did is I put a copy of the story up. I put down the headline of it, and I said, "This is wrong." The motherfucking snowflakes went crazy. And some of them claim to be in law enforcement. If they are in law enforcement, I'm glad I don't work for them because I don't want to work with a woke-ass fucking cop, okay?
You literally break the law to enter the country.
No, hold on. These people actually, they have to be in the country legally, have a green card or a work visa. My thing is you are not, if an immigrant wants to move here legally and become a citizen and then become a law enforcement person, I have zero problems with that.
Absolutely.
You have become a citizen. This thing is you're not a citizen, and you should not have the power to arrest a citizen when you're not a citizen. And plus, non-citizens, you're not allowed to have a gun as a non-citizen in the United States. So it says in there that after, if you're a non-citizen and they're a cop in either California or, in Illinois anyway, after you get off of duty that day, you have to turn your gun in every day. You're not allowed to take your gun with you.
No, not happening.
I'm just telling you. That's how it says. But this is the stupidest shit. Like I said, I don't believe that a non-citizen should do it. But according to these Reddit people, I am now a raging fucking racist, okay?
Because you didn't want...
Because I said... No, hold on. Because I said I didn't want non-citizens, immigrants. Non-citizens is exactly how I put it. I do not want non-citizens with arrest powers and stuff like that. So that makes me a racist. So I told them...
called it out for what it was.
I told them back. I said, well, hold on a minute. Hold on. I said, first of all, we got to go straight to color here, right? When I mentioned, I said, because according to my knowledge, the United States of America is not the only place where they have white people. Okay?
Right.
I believe they have white people in Africa. They have white people in Russia. There's white people all over the fucking world, okay? So, I said, so y'all thinking that all immigrants are either brown or black people, who's the fucking racist?
Right there.
Who's the racist? Not me.
White immigrants. You see
Not
all
me.
the time with Canadians and stuff.
I don't give a shit what color they are. I don't care if they want to be a cop. That's fine. Just become a legalized citizen first.
Right.
I ended up getting me kicked off of and I know I got some.
Reddit?
No, I got not that Reddit. Another subreddit. It was I know I got some people in the UK over there. So if you get offended, you get offended. I was on one of theirs, and somebody had asked a question on there, and it says, "Oh, if I have a Audi, whatever, it had to be a kid, and the cops go to stop me, and I run from the cops, just because I wanted the ego boost, blah 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 blah." And they said, "And when I do get caught, but I have all my paperwork and all this, and everything's right, what would happen to me?"
Going to jail.
This is exactly word for word what I wrote. Okay, I said, arrested, car towed. That's all I said. They kicked me off and banned me off of their UK Reddit. And I was like, what the fuck? So I said, what?
Did they not have pursuit policy?
Hold on. I said, what did I say to get me banned? This is what I got back was, we saw other stuff you've put, and the only other thing I've ever done was the one I put up, which all these people argue. We saw other stuff that you have said, and we don't want you on ours. And I wasn't even able to respond back to them to tell them that they were a bunch of pussy cock-sucking motherfuckers, because besides banning me, they muted me also. So if any of my UK listening people there, if y'all have any people in that friends, Bobbies or whatever, on the UK Reddit thing, just go tell them the Iceman said they can go suck my dick, okay? Because that's how I feel about it. Because I didn't even do nothing. The old Iceman back. So, well, I'm not helping you with the other part, but this shit pisses me off. I was getting called. I'm like, I'm the racist, and
buddy, hey,
and all that stuff like that. So you know what?
If you don't get called a racist, then you haven't said hello to enough people.
The first thing out there, you're a racist. I'm like, well, here comes the liberal tears. Here comes the liberal tear.
See, it's weird too, because I've never seen a Reddit feed that was like pro-liberal.
Oh, they come out the woodwork. I'm a racist. I have a macho masculinity problem that I have to try to act like a tough guy.
I have a lack of masculinity.
The problem is I have testosterone and I'm an alpha male, and these people that were typing to me would never say to me to my face what they were saying there, because myself, whatever I was typing isn't nothing compared to what I would say to their face, because I was trying not to get kicked off of it, but that's nothing compared to what I would look to them in their face and tell them they need to go home back to their mommy, get a little nipple, and go to bed early so your dad can come in there and finish molesting you, okay? Because that's what happened to you, all right? Let's move on before it pisses me off. So.
All right, next story. So I thought that for sure the asshole that did it. So there was a viral video. Most of the people around the United States have already seen it. It was an Ohio police officer that was holding his canine. The Ohio Highway Patrol were standing there. Exactly. If you're not being called a racist, are you even really on the internet?
I have the video. I got the video. I got some video of it. If you want.
He's going to show the video. What I presumed when I heard that the officer was terminated is, well, the dumbass released a canine on a man that was surrendering. That's a big no-no. That's kind of like shooting somebody that's surrendering. We're not allowed to do it, no matter how bad we might want to.
Well, we'll see it.
If you look into it, it turns around, and they did a full-on investigation into this officer, and basically they screwed him because, yeah, he messed up. He let the dog go. But he must have tried to CYA, which we all know in law enforcement is cover your ass. And basically, I think he might have wrote a police report that might have made him sound in a better light, because they popped him with all kinds of department policy violations. Not the canine issue.
No,
that they just kind of brushed off.
They said he did not violate their use of force policy by letting the dog loose, because even though the guy's arms were up in the air, he still wasn't complying. He was still, just because his hands was up don't mean you're not resisting. He was still resisting.
The video
Okay.
looks damning.
But it says he did not violate their department policy on use of force. What they got him for was saying that he talked about it to other people and stuff like that. And basically he got fired because it don't look good. But this man's going to end up getting his job back because the people that fired him don't have the power to fire him. Like I said, let's watch some video.
Of harassing dispatchers dozens of times a day for months.
That's
As
not
Eyewitness
it.
News
Hold
reporter
on.
Rob McMillan explains.
We're not going to watch the whole thing, but this is where they had him, and he says he drove off because he was scared because they had guns out. So let's just drive off like they're not going to chase after you. Okay.
Yeah, I've never seen. You know what? That should be the thing. Is when they drive off, we just go, damn, maybe next time.
Yeah, we'll get him next time. Anyway, he drove off. They chased this dude for over 20 miles. Okay. This other part that these people are talking about is like, oh, well, they had a state police hollering for him not to release the dog. First of all, the state trooper was not hollering. He was just talking, saying, don't do it, don't do it.
And the state trooper don't work for the police.
And second of all, that guy don't work for the state police. That state trooper can't tell that cop to do nothing. He don't have no authority over that cop. So, I mean, oh, he disobeyed the state trooper. Screw that state trooper. He ain't got nothing to do with it. Telling that cop what to do.
You know one bit! On the ground, you're gonna get bit. Come to me, man!
Do not let them, don't release the dog.
Are these two troopers holding their tasers? Is that the yellow I'm seeing?
I don't know. But the guy saying, don't release that dog. That's not telling him nothing. That guy's 30 yards away. He can't hear shit.
Yeah, he ain't gonna hit him with that taser.
Release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Do not release the dog with his hands up. Don't. Do not. Get the dog off of him. Get the dog off of him.
Get the dog! Get out the dog! What's the cat? What's the cat? Get the cat!
Get the dog off.
Get your dog! Get it out!
I
Now,
realize it would have just taken the canine officer at this point to take him into custody.
well, you know how all of this could have been not happening?
He could have pulled over. And
If he had just pulled over and got his fucking ticket.
Yeah.
But no, it's the cop's fault. So,
Let's run from the cop and then cry victim at the end of the day.
so anyway, but the
Does it
guy,
look bad? Yes, but
like I said, he didn't violate department policy. That state trooper was not hollering, hey, no, he did after. You know what? That state trooper they have different policies, obviously.
right.
Only reason this guy got, and like I said, the people that fired him, the cop, don't have the authority to do it. He's going to get his job back. I'm telling you. I don't know if he'd want to go back to work for this department, but this state trooper right there. I mean, if he would have just kept his mouth shut when it said nothing, this whole thing wouldn't even been blown out into proportion. But because he's like, don't do this, don't do that. I've worked with people that think they know everything about everything. And usually I don't know anything about shit. So anyway, this guy's going to get his job back. However, people feel about it. Would have I released the dog? Probably not. I'm just saying it, but he didn't violate policy. They fired him for optics.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the restraint by both departments? Because we know that one particular trooper that was yelling those things, he could have gotten to a level of aggression where he would have tried to put that dog down to get him off of the suspect. And I'm glad they didn't go that route because it would have been a lot bigger issue.
Yeah, they would have charged that trooper with murder then. So.
But what you got next? Something crazy. That's the Brooksville courthouse. That's a whole county away.
No, it ain't what it showed up when I Googled it. Oh, all right. This next one, we're going to California over here.
Jesus.
Must have a dog drinking or something.
Yep. That's my German Shepherd. Hopefully she doesn't try to get over here and wipe her mouth on me. That would be bad. But yeah, you're doing the California.
Yeah, this California department and Val Joe. I don't know how you say it.
I ain't never heard of it before.
Vallejo, California. Anyway, residents there may soon get a chance to weigh in on a proposed plan to have the police change their response to alarms, like burglar alarms and stuff, and potentially stop responding to these calls altogether.
Then why don't they just deactivate?
So what's the point of having an alarm on your house if the cops aren't going to come? Right. The police department there will be hosting the first of at least 2 town hall meetings on the topic starting August the 8th. The interim police chief, Jason Ta, said earlier this week that given the shrinking police force, it's getting harder and harder for his agency to justify responding to alarm calls.
What?
Yeah. He said that of the 3,627 of these calls that the police responded to in 2022, 98 turned out to be false alarms. Let me tell you what, Mr. Intern Police Chief, 98% everywhere of alarm calls that we go to are false alarms.
Yes.
But the problem is, so what about that 2%?
Yep.
What about that 2%?
The house, they're raping, they're killing, they're stealing everything.
He said, there was no crime, Toss said. There was no burglary. There was no vandalism. There was nothing to warrant any kind of police action. 98% were false. Okay,
well, until
right.
we can get predator drones over entire cities where we can like zoom in on the house and make sure nothing's going on, we're still responding. We have a duty to act. When did we in law enforcement stop having a duty to act?
Pick and choose, yeah.
Right. I mean,
he said officers
they've already decriminalized
everything.
Drugs. They decriminalized theft up to, I believe, grand theft, right?
Yeah.
They now you could break into a business and rob them blind when they're out, and the cops just ain't gonna come. This is an atrocity.
It's Joe. He said officers spend about 23 minutes responding to each call. So the police chief said false alarms take up about 115 hours of his department's time. I don't know why.
So you know what you do. I don't know if your department has it, but I know that certain local departments here where I'm at have it. If you have what we call a nuisance property where the alarm goes off like 10 times a day,
you send them a bill.
Stroking your tickets. Yeah.
Or you want to solve the problem. All right, you get, let's say, every person that has an alarm, you get 2 false alarms a year. After that, you're going to get charged this amount from 3 to 5, and 5 to 10, and it keeps going up. So if every time you go out and you start charging them more money, they will get the problem fixed.
Absolutely.
They will get the problem fixed.
A security team out there to get that alarm fixed pronto.
It says
that's the whole goal behind it, and I love it.
It says, with just 9 supervisors and 34 officers available for patrol, police have been researching, talking about eliminating or changing our response to alarm calls. It's hold on. They had a part in here that I want to read, and it says altering the alarm call response is just one of several ways they're reducing their role. As officers continue to leave the force. You know why they're leaving? Because your department sucks, obviously. Bad leadership. Right. Bad freaking leadership.
Yeah, I mean, if I got a job at a sheriff's department or a PD and they're like, okay, you can't arrest anybody for drugs.
Yeah.
Anybody for stealing. Anybody for anything. And now we don't even respond to calls. I'd be like, at this point, do I even have to come in or can I just call it today from
it says, with an average response time of an hour and a half, the police department has already disbanded its traffic division, is pulling 1 detective per week to work a patrol shift. Wow. The agency has lost 5 officers since March. That was their traffic division they disbanded. The motor cops, they're like, screw y'all, ain't going back on patrol. They're going to go somewhere where they can get back on a bike. And
the first mistake any department makes is axing traffic divisions. Traffic divisions not only pay for themselves, but they help the greater community. And I hate it when these politicians say, yep, traffic unit, don't need them. We don't need traffic laws enforced.
The city council now unanimously voted Tuesday to give Ta and the city manager the power to make unilateral decisions regarding the city's public safety. This means these two people will not have to confer with the entire council or the Police Officers Association before making decisions about the city's law enforcement.
That's bad.
I mean, so now you have two people that, yeah.
Well, now,
just shut your police department down.
Does that open them up to civil liability, I wonder?
I have no idea. It's California. Who knows?
You know, because once again, going back to the duty to act, if there's no security and all of a sudden your house gets robbed, you get vandalized, you get injured, I think if that chief decided to go ahead and cancel that call for service, then that chief should be civilly liable for every dollar that it costs that family.
It's just plumb ridiculous. So somebody's breaking up. Well, if a panic alarm goes off because somebody broke into your house and they're trying to rape you, well, at least they knew about it, but they're not going to come to it. The cops ain't going to come. Do you know what the property crime's going to do when that happens? I'm just going to go up to. I mean, why not? I'll just go to the damn bank and hold the bank up. They're not responding to alarms.
But at the same time, the crime stats will eventually go down.
Not there.
No, when they stop.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, because you won't have any reports of the crime.
There you go. So the crime must be zero out in California because they have zero property crime, zero. But yet it's just the fact that the cops ain't going out to the calls, which is utter bullshit.
Yep. Talking about law enforcement, we're going to be talking about this fella right here. Right here.
Kentucky constable arrested after joining state police pursuit without authority. You need what?
Wait until you hear what he was driving.
The constable was driving in a reckless manner at a high rate of speed, nearly striking the cruiser of several law enforcement agencies, according to state police. In Glasgow, Kentucky, a Barron County constable is facing multiple charges after Kentucky State Police said he joined in a police pursuit that he did not have authority to be in. Law enforcement officers began pursuing a stolen vehicle in Barron County Tuesday, and as the pursuit entered Hardin County, they discovered that Barron County Constable Joseph Ramey was also part of the chase. State police said in the news release, Ramey was driving in a reckless manner at a high rate of speed, nearly striking cruisers. Yeah, we covered that. Ramey, he's 29, over-ambitious fucker, took office in January and does not have any law enforcement certification. Okay, so that's the constable up there in Kentucky. It's very confusing because different states have different types of laws for their constables.
Our constables are not. Our constables don't have arrest powers. They basically will go out and evict. Papers? They go out and evict people out their apartments and shit. That's all they can do. And if they give them any shit, they call us.
Right. He was driving a Honda Odyssey with green and amber lights in it. The van had a star in the words Kentucky Constable on the side. State police said, Trooper Scott Sharp said the person police were pursuing was later arrested without incident in another county when the police pursuit ended. State police said a warrant for Ramsey's arrest was issued. They're doing an investigation. Fucking Honda Odyssey.
Using a Honda Odyssey with like little security lights.
Like a star on the door and like a blinky light, and he's hanging out the window going wee 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 wee.
I mean, he had green and amber. He had like security officer. I bet you them cops were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Right. And a Honda Odyssey? I mean, don't get me wrong, my mother-in-law had one of them. We used to call it the tactical minivan because before you knew it, you looked down and you were going 110. You couldn't tell. But, I mean, I don't think I'd want to be bobbing and weaving and trying to do pit maneuvers. Could you imagine that shit?
Well, this is him right. This is him right here.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the constable no more.
He got elected. Anyway. He got elected. Don't have to have, like, the governor take it away if that's an elected position.
Wow. So he didn't have to ask permission then if he was elected. The people told him to get in that chase.
He had his little Honda Odyssey.
That's the best part about the entire story is a Honda
Odyssey. I was just said it is a 1985 Ford Astro van.
Hey, you laugh, but last night I seen a high-speed pursuit where this Dodge Charger couldn't catch this Prius to save his life. He just kept pulling away from that Dodge Charger, and I'm like, oh, I'd be mad. I'd be real mad getting outrun by a Prius. Right? I'm not quite sure why he has his hamburger meat all hanging out for the world to see.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know if they didn't run out of shirts and give him 2 pants to wear. It's
Very, very strange. Maybe it's a one-size-fits-all type thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's a smaller dude because he's only 65 inches tall. So,
That was 65 feet. He's a giant.
no, the hell it wasn't.
That may be a hot nut.
Yeah, the Honda Odyssey with the big star and green and amber strobe lights and the words Kentucky
Constable.
on the side.
All I'm hearing is ding, 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 ding. Ding,
I'm
ding, ding,
definitely
ding,
hearing
ding, ding.
Dukes of Hazzard shit.
No, I'm hearing Deliverance. This next story here, there's nothing funny. Nothing funny about this shit at all. Nothing.
Is this
Yes.
Oh shit! I'm off on my stories. Oops.
Nothing funny about this story. It's horrible. I got a video, and
Man driving a transport should have been dragged out of the vehicle in a handcuff.
You're going to get mad whenever you watch this, people.
A tragedy involving dozens of dogs in northwest Indiana. These are photos from a gas station where rescuers desperately tried to save dogs who were trapped in the back of a hot truck with no air conditioning. We'll bring those to you in a moment. Now, some of those dogs died. CBS 2's Maribel Gonzalez reports the dogs were on their way back to becoming police canines.
A chaotic scene at this gas station on Ripley Street in Lake Station, Indiana, as people surround this truck trying to rescue 19 German Shepherds suffering from heat stroke. Police said the dogs were being transported to a canine training facility from O'Hare Airport to Michigan City when the driver was stuck in traffic, unaware that the AC unit had failed. The dog's barks are what prompted him to stop and check. In a statement, Lake Station police did not make it clear how many of the dogs died, only saying that this was, quote, not an act of animal cruelty, and calling it a freak event.
This is truly devastating.
Jenny Weber, executive director of the Humane Society of Hobart, responded to the scene, and she says protocol was not followed.
I don't think any veterinarian would have signed off on the health certificate given the temperatures and exposure that those pets would have been under. No, I don't. However, I'm not even quite sure if they had any of that paperwork or any of the documentation they should have had.
Weber says 4 of the dogs were eventually transported to the Hobart Animal Clinic, and as many as 10 of them may have died.
The driver left with 4 and the rest were deceased. And he left with the deceased animals and 4 alive animals that I recommended be hospitalized immediately.
The condition of those dogs, she says, was dire.
Vomiting, diarrhea. They were up and alert, but clearly suffering from heat stroke.
Lake Station police have not yet responded to our request to address these allegations. Meanwhile, Weber says she's also waiting for answers.
They kind of look.
They don't look like they were in very good. One of them, you could see his ribs.
Right.
That I mean,
my Shepherd Malinois like that, man. I feed her all the food, and she still shows her ribs. But at the same aspect, now in this exact same story, I don't know if they get into it, but the police officers asked to allow them dogs to be medically transported to the facility in air conditioning so that they would be saved. The driver of the truck, I do believe I read that he flat out refused to provide them with documentation or allow them to take the animals. I'm sorry, but
this was not too many. This is a private person who's trying to get these get these dogs trained to do this because police K9 would not be like this. They would be be traveling with their handler, not stacked up in these dog kennels. And this guy should have been checking, or some kind of alarm should have went off for something to say bullshit. I think this dude,
a closed box trailer.
This dude needed to be charged with felonies. That many dogs died.
Oh, he would have not left the scene. Not with the dogs.
Give me a break. Give me a break. I think he knows somebody's on. He got to drive off.
I don't know. I'm too big of a dog lover to let that slide. That's
That story right there pisses me off. Whoever that is shouldn't be allowed to do anything with dogs ever again.
Yeah, I think they're trying to go back after him too, but good luck. I mean, the window of opportunity's gone. He's probably
Yeah.
going to destroy the evidence.
So this next one is your story. If you want to give a little brief synopsis,
Well, I don't know anything about this story because I thought the last one was mine. So
I have 3 videos on it.
charges dropped against 7. Is that Oakland officers?
Oklahoma.
And 3 Oklahoma officers and 3 separate shootings. We've got 7 police officers who were just doing their duty.
Yeah, mine's basically 5 of them we're going to be discussing.
Okay. Well, screw it. You got a video or something?
Got 3 videos.
Okay, let's go.
Synopsis. Just 2.5 years ago, police respond to a armed robbery in progress and end up shooting and killing the suspect, who I think was either 13 or 15 years old. So they have a new DA. New DA comes in and drops all the charges. So we're going to start in on it.
Tragedy
Three
involving
videos.
dozens of dogs in Northwest Indiana.
Attorney is charging all 5 of those officers with first-degree manslaughter, and these were the officers who fired the lethal rounds that night.
Show us your hands, sir. Yeah. Nobody has to get hurt. Just show us your hands.
Where's he at?
Right here in the window.
Okay.
Newly released body cam and surveillance video today showing the intense moments leading to the shooting death of Stavian Rodriguez, who police say robbed a convenience store at gunpoint.
What's that?
There's a lot of courtesy pops there. I call them courtesy pops. In a tough situation like this, it doesn't matter who fires first. The matter is when you hear that loud bang, there's like a pack mentality and everybody just goes.
But not everybody's shot, because there's a shit ton of cops out here.
Oh, yeah.
But you haven't seen this video, so I'm just going to be quiet and let you see, because they're going to show the video in a second of this.
Different body cams, because this one kind of sucks.
You watch, you'll see it.
Before they arrived, police giving him several verbal commands before you see him climb out of the drive-through window, lifting his shirt and then putting his hands up before taking out a gun and dropping it.
Get your no!
He reaches toward his back pocket before several.
Stupid shit. Oh, God. Okay. They really need to teach a class, maybe in middle and high school, that just says, when you're in an intense situation with a bunch of people pointing guns at you, do not start grabbing in your pockets. Do not start going through your hood.
Well, you just pulled out a pistol with an extended mag on it.
Right, now you're going back for more?
And now you dig it in your back pocket. They're thinking, oh, he's going to grab another gun.
Right.
So they pop him.
This is not a time to fix your wedgie.
Yeah.
Tonight, 5 of the 6 officers who shot at Stavian are charged with first-degree manslaughter. Court documents say those 5, quote, all unnecessarily fired lethal rounds at Stavian, which caused his death. The 6th officer, not charged, fired a non-lethal weapon. Court documents also say Stavian didn't have any other weapons, but they did find a cell phone in his back pocket. The Fraternal Order of Police issued a statement today standing by the officers. They say, quote, officers must make life and death decisions in a split second, relying on their training. When an armed robbery suspect did not obey police commands, 5 officers perceived the same threat and simultaneously fired their weapons.
Okay, hang on.
And tonight, those.
Let's play.
What happened to your audio?
What?
You're all wonky.
How wonky? Can you not hear me?
You just it's like all fuzzy.
Better?
No, I wonder if it's something on my end or something.
Test. It's got to be on your end. Anyway, if anybody else is experiencing my mic having issues, let me know. Okay, let's play devil's advocate, because in the court of law, all you need is you have to have ability and intent, okay, for most crimes to stick. Let's be honest.
There
You
it
can
goes.
presume within a reasonable doubt that he just dropped a firearm and he was going back to grab another one. I'm sorry, but in any kind of courtroom here, unless they're trying to railroad him, I don't see where it would stick. I mean, he did, in fact, have a firearm. He did, in fact, rob a
Charging
store.
all
And
five
he
of
likes
those
to,
officers with
Yeah.
likes to reach in his pocket.
Yeah, guys, in
This next one, I agree with Holster. I mean, the key, he started reaching. This is new now. The other one was 2.5 years ago. This was just what happened. I don't really have to play this. What happened is they're all the charges were dropped. These cops have been sitting on administrative paid leave for 2.5 years. Okay,
Jesus.
so now they're gonna have to go back and do a whole bunch of training. And they got to make up all the in service training and all this stuff to come back to work if that's what they do so choose to. So that's basically what happens here. I don't have to play that one really. That's what that was about. They were not fired. So this is this is of course the family side of it. So we can imagine.
Top story here at 4:30. A mother says she is heartbroken after hearing the charges in her son's case will be dismissed. 3 years ago, 15-year-old Stavian Rodriguez was shot and killed by
15.
police outside a gas station in southwest OKC.
News 9's Angelucia Bruton has her reaction after her
Oh, this is
meeting
what we
with
just went
Oklahoma
over,
County
right?
District Attorney Vicky Bahena.
Carl.
This is the mom and her attorney's reaction now.
Gotcha. He wasn't
This
doing
is-
nothing. He's on his way to church.
Yeah.
Bobby, Rand Eddie tells me his client Camille Holland feels like her son was killed again today. Holland says the district attorney told her this morning criminal charges will be dropped against the officers involved in the death of Stavion Rodriguez. First-degree manslaughter charges will be dismissed for officers Bethany Sears, Jared Barton, Corey Adams, John Scuda, and Brad Pemberton.
No matter what this office does or says, these families are forever changed.
These officers were originally charged in March 2021 following the shooting death of 15-year-old Stavion Rodriguez.
We spent hundreds of hours in reviewing the facts in each of these three cases.
Camille Holland told her attorney she learned about the update this morning and is heartbroken. In a statement, she says, when the district attorney of Oklahoma County apologizes to your face for the justice system.
I don't think she apologized to her face. I think she said, look, sorry, but they didn't break the law. Okay.
Right.
I think that's how
I
it went.
think they were acting in good faith. I mean,
Yeah.
the way he went for that back left, it was a little rapid.
Was you supposed to just wait and see if he's going to pull a gun out and shoot you?
Right. We're living in a day and age where it's almost you need to have the guy fire an entire magazine at you. Well, not even that. Well, remember the Detroit
Yeah.
where they arrested the officer, where the guy like dumped his mag into the cop's car, and then the cop finally returned fire and they arrested him?
Yeah.
Failing you, it's clear we need changes in the law. That's what happened today. Continuing on to say, before I leave Oklahoma, laws that allow officers to kill children will be changed, and every police officer that is hired or trained by the Oklahoma City Police Department will now know my son's name.
All right. Let me say this here. If they want to change the law, they should change the law. Charge the mom. What was your 15-year-old kid doing out at late time of the night with a fully loaded handgun with extended mag, committing a felony robbing gas station? Let's charge your ass. Because obviously you had a breakdown in raising your children, your child. So if you want to blame somebody for your kid, this would probably be such an unpopular, I'm about to say, but I don't care. It's your damn fault that your kid's dead. Not the cops that shot them that were worried about saving their lives and somebody else's life. It's your fault.
Somewhere.
Your fault. You should have raised your kid better. Should have paid attention to where your kid was. Why didn't you know where your kid was?
I miss those commercials that says it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah, but so heartless. Call me what you want to. Don't really care. It's this woman's fault, and she's trying to put blame on the police. Put blame where blame's due. On you and your son. He decided to. He was 15 years old. He knew what the hell he was doing.
Davion Rodriguez. Her attorney, Rand Eddy, says he wasn't there when Holland got this update, but they will continue to pursue a civil case.
It's frustrating. And, the case has been on hold for 2.5 years because the police officers have exercised their rights under the Fifth Amendment.
You know what gets me is he sounds like it's 2.5 years. And you know what? If this would have been opposite, where this dirtbag kid would have shot and killed a cop, and they drug it out 2.5 years, it would have been like, well, he's just exercising his constitutional rights. But he's gonna say it with disgust when the cops are doing it. Dirtbag attorney, it's all about the money now. That's all it is.
Welcome to lawyers.
Dirtbag attorney.
They've been on paid leave this entire time, and it's really, really disappointing.
In that same statement, Rodriguez's mom also said, quote, how did they feel threatened when there were 30 of them, each with multiple weapons? The answer is they didn't feel threatened. They felt entitled.
The fuck? Oh, I'm sorry.
Really? The cops felt entitled.
Oh,
really?
I'm sorry.
Like I said,
wow.
all of this right here, all of this woman, put blame where blame's due. It's your fault. It's this kid's fault. It's his daddy's fault. Where is daddy? Do you know who his daddy is? Because I haven't seen dad say anything. Your kid was a dirtbag ass criminal that was being raised up like that. Now you're just now he's a paycheck to you. You want money. That's all it drowns down to.
Hopefully it's for this next story.
It's
End quote. In the studio.
Look, you see, like Kelly's like, oh my God, and she said, and Billy G's like, they felt entitled. What the fuck? Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's just completely
I'm trying
insane.
to do really good, and it's like even that made it came out.
It's completely insane.
It's asinine that she would even make that statement.
I actually do have a video.
Oh no!
No, it don't have the picture of it, but they just tell the story.
Okay. So 2 Texas police officers are fired over trawling swastikas, the chief said.
Drawing.
So apparently these boys were sitting in a training room and they were just scribbling on paper, and I guess they made some kind of
something was probably said. They made a joke about it.
World War II Germanescent symbols. Because I don't even want to say it and have the subtitles pop up, and next thing you know, we're banned. They were drawing these and then telling jokes. They're in bad taste. If you want to have really weird humor, do it with your friends at your house. Don't do it while you're wearing one of the shields that protect the entire community. And they're paying the ultimate price for it. Yeah,
here's the video.
Fired 2 of his officers for something they did during a meeting last month. He said they drew and shared what he called a symbol of hate. Fox 4's Amelia Jones live in Southlake tonight with the story. Amelia.
Steve, the Southlake police chief called the drawing, quote, an inexcusable attempt at humor. We know 2 officers were fired, but there's still a lot more that police aren't sharing. Southlake Police Chief James Brandon sent out a statement regarding an incident on June 14th. The statement says he was made aware that a swastika was drawn during a break in a meeting involving members of the police department and shared with others. Brandon started an internal investigation, and the 2 officers were fired. The statement didn't name the officers or share how long they've worked for the department. Fox 4 reached out to Southlake Mayor John Huffman's office for a statement. We didn't receive a direct response. Instead, we were referred back to the statement given out by the police chief. Southlake Police declined our request for an interview today. Fox 4 did file an open records request for more information about the internal investigation. A group called Southlake Together criticized the police department and the city's leadership on Twitter. The group was formed during several high-profile controversies involving Carroll ISD. And
I want to watch the whole thing. As these 2 guys, I'm pretty sure they're not Nazis. They're not. It was a joke. It was a
dark humor.
Yeah, it's dark humor. Somebody saw it. Somebody said something. They were probably just joking around with each other, whatever, and now they're both looking for jobs.
And And I hope that's not. Look, they messed up. They really did. But in law enforcement, Iceman can tell you, once you're blackballed, that's what I call it, just blackballed. When you're blackballed, you ain't never getting a job with a shield ever again. And I just think that these guys' humor is stupid. 110%. You should never ever even use your gross humor while at work. It's for private citizens to do while you're at home, while you're on the job. Take it serious and do it.
I know a guy. Well, not. We wasn't like buddies, nothing, but you know, everybody kind of knows each other in the area. He was at their PD, and he made like a little noose or something to like like lassoed a cookie or something. Anyway, he made a noose and did something with a cookie. Well, somebody saw it and didn't like it, and he got fired because he made a little bitty noose. It was messing with a cookie. You got to watch what kind of knot you tie now.
Yep. Yeah.
And Billy G says, stop being racist. You cannot say blackballed.
We can't?
No, you got to say
I thought it just meant like, you know how you're playing pool and you don't hit the color you're going for and you put the black ball in the hole means you lose?
No, they changed the color of the black ball.
No, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Not unless you're talking about the 9-ball crap. And
They made it into a rainbow ball.
That don't even fucking make sense.
Yeah, it's gay.
You gonna talk about your best friend getting parole?
Oh yeah, this next story here. I have a video and some pictures. Let me switch screens here. I'll show you the pictures. Well, let's watch the video real fast, and we'll do the picture.
2 of his officers for something they did during a meeting last month. He said,
"You are tougher than most."
I'm not gonna play this whole video. It's like 10 or 12 minutes long.
Ain't this a comedian?
No. It might be. I don't know. This is actual news story, but this was happened in the 80s or 90s. Okay, I think it was in the 80s.
That don't look like Norm Macdonald.
It does. A rookie NYPD cop was murdered sitting in his unit. Okay, we can kind of, like I said, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but they got all the guys that did it convicted, life imprisonment. Well, one of them, after doing like 34 years or something like that, I think he's 60 years old, New York decided it would be smart to they paroled this motherfucker. Okay, they let him out of jail. So we're just gonna watch a little bit of it and then we'll talk about it some more.
Veteran police officers are shedding tears tonight for a rookie cop executed in cold blood. Officer Edward Byrne was just 22 years old, the son of a retired police lieutenant. Officer Byrne was shot early this morning as he sat in his parked patrol car. He was on stakeout assignment in the South Jamaica section of Queens. That portion of the 103rd precinct is known as a drug-dealing supermarket.
The execution is being read as a bold message.
Drug-dealing supermarket. I said he was murdered sitting in his unit.
They wear bulletproof vests and they patrol the area. Other police go door to door to get.
This is a long time ago.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
They're still using those cars today.
No. So basically, that's what happened.
The witness was the person we were protecting, and now
he was protecting a witness for I was going to testify against these drug dealers. And
okay. So they ambushed him.
Yes, they killed him. This was him right here, young man, 22 years old. Life's just snuffed out at 22 years old.
And all he wanted to do is make a difference.
This motherfucking piece of shit right here, who was part of the murder.
Is that Urkel?
No. Part
Who
of the
give him the Medea glasses.
Part of the murder. He's one of them. You know, I think he was the getaway driver or something like that. It don't matter. He was involved with it. They paroled him after 34 years. 34 years, does that equal life? No, he's still alive. Does this young man have his life? No. Does this young man have a chance to get married, have children, raise his kids, have grandchildren? No, he don't have nothing. So why should this piece of shit have the right to get out at 60 years old and at least have some of his life to live out there. I hope he get there since he's out on the street. I hope he gets out and thinks he's still a little thug or something like that. And you know,
messes around and finds out.
And karma's going to come back at him, and you know, he'll catch one.
If he's still living in New York, I doubt it.
So anyway, these parole boards happened here in Louisiana recently. They let a freaking convicted murderer out that's supposed to be doing life out.
Duke, I don't want to hear it. Y'all lock people away for smoking weed.
Duke has
They're doing a life sentence.
Duke has something to say about this one. What he thinks about this story, what he thinks about this man right here.
Slide him a Biden.
Duke's saying he wants to shit on this piece of shit's head right here. So yeah. I feel sorry for this man's family, who, you know, they hadn't got any time with him, but this piece of shit over here is going to be able to get out and live his life. You call that justice?
No,
I don't call it justice. It's crap is what it is.
I don't understand whatever happened to the damn death penalty?
New York, really?
No, not New York. But
New York ain't gonna have no damn death penalty.
You don't hear about it anymore. It's like, you know, hey, you're supposed to go to prison for life. Wait a minute, 5 years later. All right, let him out. Good
Kelly
behavior.
said she would join Duke. You're just nasty.
That's a whole different level of kink.
Yeah, that's. But anyway, it's New York. It don't surprise me. But I mean, really, no. I hope he gets. I hope karma finds him. This next one is
Yeah, it's mine. So basically, this next story, I don't even think we need to show a video or anything. It's this crooked ass politician, Senate President Jason Ellsworth. He got pulled over back in 2021 in like the middle of the night, like 2:30 a.m.
I got the video, and I want to play it because it shows what kind of arrogant ass this son of a bitch is, because he's a politician.
He tries to tell her, hey, you're interfering with my work. I'm on my way to a session. She's like, at this hour, there ain't nobody having no sessions.
Oh, he's trying to. I just called the attorney general. She held it together good and was professional.
She did a very good job in
Yes, she
contacting her
did.
supervisor immediately. That was a good job.
But I just want to do it because
Tougher than most veteran police officers.
this video's
are shedding
from
tears tonight for
off of Rumble. This video's off of Rumble from This Is Butter. If you like to see some police videos, they used to be on YouTube, but I think they got booted or something. But go to Rumble. This Is Butter, and they got all kind of body cam.
Hey, there's no reason for you to get out of your car. Okay, you need to go back to your car.
And
I'm not talking to you. You need to go back to your car.
you need to release me?
I'm not arresting you, so this is a
He said, "You need to release me." See, he's like, "Oh, I'm a politician. You know, you need to do this."
That's when I would have got a grin and been like, no.
So, but she handled it great.
Stop. You need to go back to your car.
This is the Montana Constitution.
Okay, you're also stating that you're going in the middle of the night to a session that starts in the morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Step back now. Go back to your car now.
This session.
Go back to your car now.
Attorney General,
Go ahead and call him. Go back to your car now.
I'd be happy to. I suggest you call your boss.
Go back to your car now. Go back to your car.
After she told him about 3 times, it'd been hilarious. She just tased his ass since he was resisting at that point.
I mean, I'll tell you right
these
now,
politicians,
it ain't no different.
These politicians, I'm going to tell you what. I pulled over some you know, some of these high polluting politicians on the interstate stuff, because we have laws like that also, that when you know, they're in session, basically we're not allowed to, you know, and they drive like idiots. And I pulled one over one time, but they didn't act all pompous and shit like that, but they do. They will just haul ass because they know basically we can't give them no tickets or nothing because they're in session while they're doing that. And I think it's bullshit. People want to say cops, you know, do this and that. Y'all don't have no freaking clue. You start looking at your congressmen, your representatives, and all of that stuff.
All your elected officials.
You want to see some self-entitled, narcissistic people. But anyway, that's that. She handled it great. She did write him a warning ticket and sent him about his business. But he tried to keep this video from being released, and his judge says no, because guess what? It don't make. And this dude's a Republican. I don't give a shit. He thinks his shit don't stink, and so the judge said, "Oh no, this is being released," because it shows what kind of a dickhead he is. So screw that dude. If I lived in that area, I wouldn't vote for him ever again because of the way he acted right there. He's another hot nut, possibly.
Oh my God, is this mine?
Yeah.
So this is okay. We're gonna have a story time with Holstera because
I got video too.
I'm gonna slap you. How come whenever I actually enjoy something, you're like, here's a video?
No, go ahead. But I just think I got a video for the picture of it and stuff.
All right, now we've all seen a little Google car drive through the neighborhood, right, with a little ball on top with all the cameras and all this stuff. All right, now imagine this: Google car passes you doing well over 100 miles an hour. Well, he did that to a police chief, and a police chief pulled out on him. And, well, we say pull up, but you pull out behind somebody and then try to initiate a traffic stop. The individual stated that they were afraid to stop because they would be hurt. So they ran in the Google car. They ran over 100 miles an hour, through a bunch of places. Eventually, the car tried to turn onto the bridge. The bridge was out. They overcorrected, ended up in a field. And then on the other side of the field was a pond. They landed in the pond. And then the police report states that he was assisted out of the vehicle, placed in the handcuffs. I know what that means. That means you got a good Google photo of the arrest. Go ahead and view that spicy Google photo.
I'll say this. I was working on the interstate one time. I don't think I was I writing a ticket or I think I was maybe doing a crash or something. I don't remember. But the Google car come by and they're always taking pictures. So as it came by, I did this as it drove by. So most likely somewhere's on a road view. When you go to roadside view, somewhere's on the interstate where I work has a good chance. If you could find, I wish I remember which mile marker it was at. And fucking dog just opened the door and walked out of here. I was like, my door just opened. But there's going to be a picture of me while we're going outside the road while I was going. So, yeah.
That would be a postcard.
I mean, every time I see them, I try to make a face or something because, it's good.
Yeah, there was a TikTok video, I guess. They were coming through the neighborhood, so the guy made his neighbor lay on the ground, and he grabbed his shovel and acted like he was trying to bury him in the front yard. And then they actually pulled it up on Google Maps in the neighborhood.
Street View driver is under arrest tonight, accused of driving over 100 miles per hour and leading police on a chase through 2 central Indiana counties. Middletown police released this picture of the Google Street View car after it went off the road and into a creek mud.
Think he got fired.
The only job they have is to obey traffic laws and take pictures.
Just drive around.
Yeah, drive around. Nobody said drive like an asshole. You can't get very many good pictures. Maybe that's why there's sometimes blurry images on
100 miles an hour.
Monday. Officers say they clocked the driver going over 100 miles per hour in front of Shenandoah High School. Police say he refused to pull over and drove into Madison County. He then lost control of the car and went into a creek when he tried to turn because of a bridge that was out in Pendleton. Well, police arrested him for resisting law enforcement with the vehicle. Officers say he told them that he worked for Google and was afraid to stop. Google Street View driver is under arrest.
Google's got really, really stringent on their break time stuff.
If you get pulled over, you fucking run.
That's a hot nut one too. This next one is not a funny story. This woman decided to run from the police when she had her child in the vehicle. And she takes a curve really fast. And I think it's an 8-year-old. 8-year-old child, little girl, I guess was standing up in the front seat or something. So, because when she took the turn so fast, the girl flew out the passenger side window.
I had this passenger side of my truck one time, but I had the ratchet strap that would do that.
And landed outside of the car. Poor girl, I'm sure was injured slightly, but I'm sure she had to go to the doctor. Let's see, video number 10. Where'd I put it? That's 9.
Number
Here
10.
it is.
Amanda Shaw is facing several serious charges tonight after leading Arnold police on a high-speed chase that ended with an 8-year-old falling out of the passenger side window.
I want to warn y'all. I'm going to warn y'all. Let me go to the correct screen. I'm gonna warn y'all now. There's some audio in this of this little girl. It don't show when she gets chunked out. You can hear her when she comes out.
Amanda Shaw
Okay.
is facing several serious charges tonight. A sharp, high-speed left turn on Dunn Alley caught on camera early Saturday morning. Arnold police following close behind.
Then I saw the cops come up, and it was.
I think this guy's related to whole stereo, y'all. I mean, who would just have random? Who would have random?
Jeffrey Dahmer. You see them damn glasses?
Who would have?
He ain't been around since he ate people.
Who would have random cameras just mounted in the alley at their house?
Me.
Yeah, exactly.
36 of them.
Exactly.
I don't miss a thing.
Something you don't normally see around here.
Don Miola queued up his surveillance footage from Dunn Alley to see what his camera captured and heard this. Arnold police say an 8-year-old girl fell from the passenger side window when that SUV made a sharp left. It's unclear at this point if she was injured.
I couldn't even believe
you
what
could hear that
I
slap.
heard. It sounded like a kid.
Yeah,
It
you
said
can
definitely
hear her.
sound like a kid.
Police stopped to care for the child before stopping the suspect at gunpoint, attempting to run from police. Amanda Shaw was allegedly trying to get another person to blow into her.
So this woman right here obviously has
she's a
previous
school offender.
DWIs because she had
The blower.
the interlocking device in her vehicle where you have to blow in it to unlock your ignition when you can start it because she's no driver's license, driving her suspension, and she was trying to get a sober person to blow into it because she wants to drive drunk again. Piece of shit. Total piece of shit.
Only a real piece of shit would actually blow into a drunk driver's while they're drunk so that they can get home.
Yeah, with the child in their car.
Yeah, because you want them to die, apparently, because they got a kid in the car. No.
Or ignition interlock device, commonly used to prevent DUI offenders from driving drunk. Police say when they made contact with her, she took off, leading police on a chase from Leishman Avenue to Dre Street before making that sharp turn on Dunn Alley.
It was all like a blur because I checked it. I checked the surveillance tape, and I couldn't even believe it. But when I saw the cops flying behind, and I knew they got him. I knew they got that person.
And again, it's unclear if the child was hurt and how serious her injuries might have been, but we're working to learn more about how she...
Well, thank God that didn't happen, but I mean, you could hear.
I mean, but in a high-speed pursuit, especially in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, it would be very easy for one of them officers to accidentally...
Oh, yeah.
Nobody ever trained me for flying toddlers, okay?
But if you listen when the child first come out to scream.
Captured.
Right.
Listen.
Heard this.
You heard that? You know what's bad about it? They had to continue to chase this woman. Her kid flew out of the car and she didn't stop.
Well, hopefully they place that baby with a family that'll love her for the rest of her life and never back with that monster.
She said, yeah, you're right, Billy. If something would have happened to that kid, the cops would have got blamed for it.
Right.
You're blamed for everything. This next one here, you wanna read it? I found video for this also. Believe it or not.
No, we're not gonna give this guy any damn airtime. So this POS that lives out in California has been making non-stop 7,000 prank calls to the California Sheriff's Department agencies. 7,000. Some of them said that they were offensive, derogative. The man had a life of doing nothing but calling 911 and pissing them off.
They said he would call like sometimes 60 times an hour.
Yeah, and completely bogged down the 911.
But he wasn't dialing that.
Maybe
No. They said he wasn't dialing 911. He was calling inner office line to dispatch, like the non-emergency line.
Well, that's not a violation of 911.
Guess what? You gonna guess? I got some of his calls.
Go ahead.
What, you don't want me to play it?
Go ahead. I know we got him from somewhere else. Sure.
What are you talking about? I would never do that. Let's listen to the calls.
Hello, police. Yes, I just wanted to call and report that Ronald McDonald is at the Burger King and he put Big Mac sauce on all the Whoppers. Help.
Oh, I don't even know how that would taste. Big Mac sauce on a Whopper?
Yeah, I mean...
I'm still mad they took away the McRib. I haven't been back to McDonald's since.
See? I mean, hell. And
Sheriff's Office Dispatch, how may I help you?
Yes, listen. Please, please, please. There are little people in my cereal bowl. I ate some, so am I a serial killer now?
I have a weird feeling.
Sheriff's Office Dispatch, how may I help you?
Hey, I need help. I pooped and I am all out of toilet paper. Please send help.
That's the prank call. The ones I was able to get.
Did you
know those were real, right?
Precious would have hung up on him. That's right. She's a real dispatcher.
That's right. Melissa said, "Oh boy."
Did you ever get a chance to read that one I sent you about the Brandon woman?
No.
Okay, forget it.
The Iceman is the sweet Dick Daddy with the candy bowls.
Nope, that's copyrighted. It's upstairs.
No. You can talk about it if you want. I was busy.
Yeah, so there has been this trend in media lately. We just had that Mississippi girl that slept with the animals and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on in the world that's causing this to become more commonplace, but it is disgusting. But it's a Brandon woman right down the road from here, from where I am here in Florida. A Brandon woman is facing more than 100 counts of child pornography and bestiality charges. Deputies arrested Miss Ramiro, which is 18 years old, she's 18 on July 27, 23, at her home on the night. Either way, HCSO's Predator Unit. So here's the charges: 100 counts to film, distribute, or possess an image or video of sexual activity with an animal. That's 100 counts of that. 49 counts to engage in sexual contact with an animal. 2 counts of possession of child pornography, and 1 count of unlawful use of a two-way communication device. What the hell? I mean, why is there a dog pooping in my mouth? But here, let me turn this around.
Good help it there. I just get it out myself.
Can y'all see this little girl? That's the 18-year-old that got arrested for all that. What is it? It's not social media, because I'm all over social media, and I don't usually see donkey shows.
The one in Mississippi, she was like 18 or 19 years old too.
Yeah, but she was in love with her dog, right?
Yeah.
And I just seen some freaking TikTok of a girl the other day that was asked what the only time she ever would cheat on her boyfriend, and she's like, "Well, I cheated on him with his dog," and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Well, the one in Mississippi, she's already out. Remember, I found those freaking naked pictures of her from off of Instagram or Snapchat or something.
And then you had the guy that was chasing around the dogs.
Yeah, we had the guy in Baton Rouge that broke into the backyard and tried to rape the German Shepherds.
Right. What the? Look, I understand that there's some really weird shit going on right now, but I'm thinking, how'd you get to that conclusion?
I have no idea. I mean, I've seen some.
Wake up in the morning and look at your German Shepherd and go, "Damn, it's a sexy dog."
Yeah, that's
what?
I mean, I've seen some cute poodles and stuff, but I've never looked at them in that way before or nothing like that. It's like, damn,
don't get it.
I sure would like to stick my genital inside that dog. I bet you that'd feel good.
Hey,
no.
In a time and age where a girl can show pictures of her feet and buy a mansion, I guess anything is impossible.
What about people? They buying used panties from them and shit. I mean, just why?
Right?
Some sick people out there. Sick people.
Apparently. They need Jesus. Anyway, I think Hot Nuts is gonna.
We got it. Well, hold on. Y'all start thinking about Hot Nuts. We got because I was giving a T-shirt away. We got to go over those things real fast to who we're gonna vote for the
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Biting that woman in the boob.
That was the one. Whoever makes the funniest one, I got to look at it. They win a free T-shirt tonight.
Oh, she's got one of them colander titties now because she's got holes all over the place.
I'm saying the Hot Nut is the constable. The constable that
yeah.
They got Honda. Well, I'm telling everybody they got the constable in his Honda in a police chase. We have the two Texas officers that decided to be funny to do stupid stuff and get themselves fired, and we got the smart ass politician. That's the three of them: constable, politician, and
Do you remember Officer Dewey from what the hell was that name of that movie? Scary Movie? Or
Alex says he makes a lot of cash selling your dirty panties.
Gotta wear them first, Alex. Anyway, the pouring something in the water hose area. I guess I don't know what the hell's wrong with the world, but I go out for the first one.
You want the Kentucky guy?
Officer Dewey? I'm gonna get the reference and I'll share it to the page.
Y'all
use the shop back and
y'all vote so we can do the Hot Nuts. And I'm about to read. I apologize we're going long, but I guess y'all are still here, so you must be enjoying it. Anyway, it was a picture of, if you can go on Facebook, it's the picture. They have a dog biting a woman's boob. And so anyway, we're gonna funniest comment wins a free T-shirt. So let's start reading them. You can't win a T-shirt now. We have y'all listen up. So we got another one for the constable. We got somebody that says, "Mom, your squeaky toy isn't working." Somebody else said, and if y'all hear one you think's funny, let me know. Billy said he wants the Illinois one. He's just a puppy that misses his mommy. Somebody else says, "Mom, is that you? Hey, where's the cream filling?" Whole different meaning to motorboating this time. I gotta stop hiding my weed in my bra. I do like that one. This isn't chicken nuggets. Wait, no titty milk. When rough play gets a bit too literal during canine training. There's usually a squeaky toy in these things.
You know, not for nothing, every time I helped out the canine division, I was always afraid that would happen. And I was always assured it's never happened before. Now that I see that photo, I know that they were completely full of shit.
This says, "No, I'm not cheating on you. A dog bit my titty. He knows what he wants." Women say, "Hey, mister, your dog ain't shit." Dog handler yells in German, "Gizmo bis in die Burst." I guess that means bite him in a titty or something. I don't know in German. F the damn wing, give me the breast. Rule number 34. I'm glad I don't get it. So you think so?
Years back in a Reddit feed, and it basically says that anything on this planet could be turned into porn.
This is against the state penal code. He's the breast in the business. Just a bit outside. Tried to bite the sleeve and missed. Got milk? No, the dog doesn't bite. The dog. And at this moment, Tammy knew she fucked up and suddenly remembered the instructions she had been given.
Hold the arm straight.
She's a trucker. Get her.
Free bird.
Yeah, that don't count. But that's free bird, yeah. I found the drugs. I'm so tired of playing this tit for tat shit. Titties. It was at this moment she knew she fucked up. I think she's packing. Time to take a bite out of crime. So any of those tickled y'all's fancy?
Which one
No.
has the most likes?
Just waiting. None. So what'd you think?
Which one had the most likes?
No. Nobody went and voted on any of them. So I guess it's just up to me and you or me.
Well, I mean, what was it? There was a funny ass one on there, and you said it at the beginning because it's higher up on it. I usually
Mom,
don't comment on them because I'm not
Mom,
like
your
that.
squeaky toy isn't working. A puppy that misses his mommy. Mom, is that you? Hey, where's the cream filling?
There you go. My vote's for where's the cream filling. That was a funny ass.
We got gives a different meaning to motorboating. I got to stop hiding my weed in my bra. This isn't a chicken nugget. No titty milk. There's usually a squeaky toy in these. I'm not cheating on you. A dog bit my titty. Fuck the damn wings. Give me the breast. 34. That's against the state code. He's the breast in the business. No, the dog doesn't bite. We got at this moment, Tammy knew she fucked up and suddenly remembered the instructions. I found the drugs. I'm so tired of playing this tit for tat shit. I think that was pretty good myself. Tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
I'm going for the tit for tat.
Oh, now there's 2 for cream filling.
Yep, we do have 2 for the cream filling. So, looks like Kentucky guy won hot nuts. Mr. Only thing I can figure on that. This is like stretchy. And let's see who got the cream filling.
Oh, the officer. Remember the dog that got shot by the other officers?
I think so. That is Pun Santiago. You have won the free t-shirt. Let me send him a message. You won the t-shirt. Send me your address and size. And it is message sent. All right, Mr. Pun Santiago, you won. I try to do 2 a month. So
Why don't
because
you start sending out whole stereo shirts? They sell better.
I send out midweek news crew shirts.
Oh, I don't even have one of them.
And they're printed front and back, so they end up costing. I mean, I'll be honest. I ain't bitching. I enjoy giving T-shirts out because I like to see what people say. But it cost me like $34, $30 every time I mail out a free T-shirt.
You'd be all right.
But I enjoy doing it. I'm glad everybody come and hung out with us, considering we're over an hour and a half tonight. Also,
love every one of you.
If you haven't checked out the episode I put out Monday, it was only 30 minutes. is great. I got to interview Randy Sutton. This dude's been he's been in
Wasn't that guy in
movies.
Yellowstone?
No, he's been on movies. He was in three seasons of Cops. Dude's been in shootings. He's getting ready to have his 5th book come out. He's the CEO and co-founder of the Wounded Blue that helps out cops that have gotten hurt in the line of duty and stuff. He had to go because of a conference call he had, so only got 30 minutes, but it was great. I appreciate it. So if you don't get a chance, go listen to that. And other than that, like I said, no guarantees. I got a shit ton of Louisiana crime stories because I ain't done none in a while. I need to try to do some this weekend or something. Other than that, everybody be safe. Watch your back. Watch your partner's back. Remember, we're not sheepdogs. We are lions. And remember to smile because Iceman could always be behind you.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be